It's time for us to come together. It's time for us to rebuild a New Orleans, the one that should be a chocolate New Orleans.
We voted in a bipartisan way to make it clear that this was a year of transition. But I have to just say it. I do not think it is a smart strategy either for the president to continue with his open-ended commitment, which I think does not put enough pressure on the new Iraqi government, nor do I think it is smart strategy to set a date certain. I do not agree that that is in the best interest of our troops or our country.
Cindy, you have just begun a 2-month hunger strike. Isn't this really just more of a publicity stunt?
No, actually it's not. It's a moral reaction to an immoral war. Thousands of people all over the world are joining us, and hunger strikes have proven to be effective tools in civil disobedience and changing policy.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Inside, McKinney thanked supporters and sang along to a recording of an anti-war song by the artist Pink.
Minimum wage with a baby on the way. Let me tell you about hard work.
Afterwards, outside, more scuffling with the press. It got so rough that police were called in. Anti-Semitic invectives were hurled yet again in the direction of a Fox News producer who is Jewish.
I'm afraid for it.
Israel.
I'm afraid for you, child. I'm afraid for you. Don't say nothing to I'm afraid for you.
Look, let me ask you this. Where are you on capital punishment?
Capital punishment. I think that if I'm going to find that guy in Spain who indicted Pinochet and get him for war crimes, and I get him to do the same thing for Bush. And in that case, I would be for capital punishment. Otherwise, I'm against it.
I have to tell you, I hereby make my stand. I like you already.
They do hate us, though. We know that. And we're trying to protect ourselves with more weapons. We have to do it, I guess, but it might be better if we figured out how to behave as a nation in a way that wouldn't make so many people in the world want to kill us.
You could have went to New Hampshire and killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Could have gone to 1600 Pennsylvania and killed the real bird with 1 stone.
There are not that many politicians who are actually very good at jokes. John spoke one time, and I said I wouldn't even go because he was supposed to be funny, and I didn't think he could carry it out. He has great characteristics.
What is it? Does she do this? Does she bite your balls like this when you come home? You give a speech, does she do that?
My children are watching
What is this? What's this with the equal marriages? Why do people marry their equals? It used to be different. What happened to the Stepford wives? The good old days. What happened? Oh, how PC. Why don't you hiss? Oh, thank you. Finally, the freaking hiss.
There are a lot of things about this war that disturb me, and one of them is the attitude that, that was well expressed by our president. He said it very clearly. He said, either you're with us or you're against us. And I had a problem with that because I really hadn't made my mind up yet. What if you haven't made your mind up,
Education, if you make the most of it, you study hard, you do your homework, and you make an effort to be smart, you can do well. If you don't, you get stuck in a rack.
And although the blame for our failures in Iraq rests with the secretary, it'll be the troops who bear its brunt. They didn't even mention that he's also an obnoxious jerk and a war criminal.
Never gone searching.
Oh my God, it opens up the whole universe. It's so awesome. You would love it. Anything you want to know.
The wife loves it. I would love it. Whether you punch out little buttons and things.
You just click on this thing. The thing is, you got to be able to read, so you have to have strong glasses when you're over 50.
Isn't the volunteer army better educated and more well-to-do than the general population?
Of course not. I want to make it abundantly clear that I have been advocating a draft ever since the president has been talking about war.
Parce que je crois, à la lumière des résultats de cette élection, que nous... Won't Fox News hate this?
You know, the guy who... Trying to, like, you know, figure out what to do with our country and our women and men in the military.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the fact is that it's news all over the world. So, you know, you can imagine in China, it's like, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, Danny DeVito, ching chong, 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 Gronk, The View, ching chong.
And the Democrats intend to lead the most honest, most open, and most ethical Congress in history.